No, your volume isn't muted. The act begins with no music playing.
Yeah, because we get an intro cutscene.
This totally isn't Sonic 3.
It's the tornado! The tornado is back!
So, Sonic, is this where you jump off the plane and become super?
Hey, you know, I've been wanting to ask you something since we took off. Where'd the rocket boosters go? Those. Well,
we could just keep going on the plane, but no, let's land.
You know, I kind of realized a critical design flaw when I was looking over the specs of the plane a while back, and I realized that with the rocket boosters on, we couldn't land, so I had to take them off.
You know, I never thought to go left before. I can't believe it goes on that far. The one up is obnoxiously far back, though.
That's actually one of the first things I did when I first got my hands on the beta. Look, there's the thing, though. You see, if a platformer gives me the ability to go left when the stage begins, I'm going to go left.
Your inner Metroid working there?
Exactly.
Look at all that automation.
Look at all those springs. It's almost like we don't have to play the game.
Hi, Sonic 3.
Oh, look at those tutorial signs all over the place, just like in Sonic Heroes.
Oh, you missed the red ring.
Who cares? The red rings do fucking nothing.
Fucking pointless and not bothering.
But they make a cool sound effect when you get them.
Not particularly.
No.
Kind of reminds me of Sonic R.
Oh god. Okay, you're all fine.
Yeah. Wasn't even close to drowning.
Am I the only one who gets the impression from the theme for Act 1 here that it doesn't really fit the theme of the level, but it's catchy all the same?
Yeah.
I think it's more
It
just
sounds
that
more
Sylvania...
Super Nintendo than it does Genesis.
Well, I think it's more just like Sylvania Castle's kind of got more of a subdued color scheme than like Splash Hill. So like this sort of upbeat tone, I don't think fits it as well as something like Splash Hill would, if that makes any sense.
Actually, it does. You remember the theme for Aquatic Ruin wasn't upbeat at all. It was more like an Epic Ruin theme, to be honest.
Yeah.
I still say a place called Sylvania Castle needs to have more vampires and guys with whips, okay?
You know what it should have had? What it should have had? Giant clock tower gears.
I can't believe you would put vampires before candles.
Dun 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 dun.
Here we go again. I haven't seen you since Sonic.
I haven't seen you since the last 500 Sonic games you've been in.
Where are my blue spheres?
Sonic Rush.
You know, I've always wanted to play the Sonic 3D Blast Saturn version special stages. Now I have the chance.
It actually kind of resembles that when they get like the cool sign, because then they do the camera shift and everything.
I think, but
Sonic,
honestly,
stop
I
jacking up tails.
think this is a step backwards from that, though.
Did you see the expression on Tails' face just now? I realize that's because he barely got any rings in the last section, but really, he just looks like he just looks like he's looking at Sonic like, please stop doing that. You're embarrassing.
I know.
me."
He's so depressed.
He just wants you to hear about the fish he got that was that big.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask. All right, is Tails nearly so annoying in single player as he is in Sonic 2 in these special stages?
No.
No, Tails is just kind of useless, and especially
if he
when
gets hit by a bomb, he doesn't lose his rings if he's being basically just following you.
Thank God.
It's just some of the spots that require a specific placement for the two-player stages, which we'll see in Special Stage 7. It's kind of frustrating when he sort of follows you and you can't control him directly. But he's not really that bad.
Yeah, but if he gets hit by a bomb, he doesn't lose rings if it's single player.
The special power-up that causes a chain to be spawned between the two characters that catches rings between them is completely useless in single player. Well, not completely useless. Sometimes you'll catch something with it, but...
It's fairly useful.
If you know how to manipulate it, it can be useful, especially in Special Stage 7, which you're pretty much required to master it.
Yeah, so this is one case where you're really at a disadvantage if you're playing single player in the special stages.
In a way.
In a way, although I wouldn't trust my partner in co-op with special stages for the life of me.
Don't
Yeah,
just like
online
that
anyway.
co-op play.
By the way,
Anyway.
is there an achievement for getting all of the rings in Special Stage 1?
Yes.
There is.
Good luck doing that with no co-op.
It's impossible.
Wait, is it literally impossible?
Yeah.
It's literally impossible. There are 2 lines of rings on opposite sides of the stadium. You need to have both characters go in 2 different directions at the same time.
That's where Sonic needs to tap into his inner Stretch Armstrong and stretch his arms left while his legs go right.
That's when Sonic needs to tap into his werehog.
No, this is Sylvania Castle Zone, dude. He needs to turn into a vampire
Well, I mean, that
with
sort of
stretchy
thing
legs.
just...
He needs to turn into a vampire with stretchy legs.
What a horrible night to go into a special stage.
You barely touched that spike.
Well, I mean, spikes are still kind of pointy. They still sort of hurt, even if you just barely touch them.
What's this musical piece called? Robot Killer?
Hi, Aquatic Ruins, weird face thingies.
Yeah, this level...
I get more Marble Garden.
I meant
from
Marble
this.
Garden, my bad.
I sort of think that this is sort of an odd level to base the first level on, because, I mean, like, Marble Garden and Aquatic Ruin...
Well, do you know what Aquatic
I mean,
Ruin was?
I don't think...
Do you know what Aquatic Ruin was originally called?
No.
Neo Green Hill Zone.
Interesting. Wait, isn't that what they called the first level in Sonic Advance?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It was
Wait,
originally
what?
Aquatic Ruin. It was originally the beta stage name for Aquatic Ruin Zone.
Well, I'm just...
You know nothing, Ted. End of story.
I'm sort of thinking that Aquatic Ruin and Marble Garden really aren't the most popular levels. Never mind. I do kind of like those gimmicks with the bouncy things, but they're not really used all that interestingly.
I never got the
that can use
impression
word.
that Aquatic Ruin was unpopular.
Oh, you missed it! Oh, there you go.
No.
Is it me or can you get a lot more points in episode 2 than episode 1?
Like it's any harder to get lies.
Yeah. You only need to get 10,000 in order to get that extra life at the end of the stage. I'm so fucking sick of that one-up theme.
I would say there are more blatant opportunities to get point chains while you're in the levels than there were in episode 1, in which game the only real opportunities to chain up point combos were the homing chains. Whereas there's a little more bounce from badnik to badnik skill opportunities in episode 2.
Thank God the electric things only slow you down, they don't take rings away.
Which really, that makes them pretty pointless unless you're going for leaderboards.
No,
Might even be helpful in certain situations.
they're annoying. No, they're annoying. Like in this, when they're in the sections where you need to get like 8 or 10 rings in order to get the 20 ring bonus, because those sections are timed, and if you hit an electric thing, you'll slow down and you'll miss the bonus. So
Yeah, I
there's
suppose.
that, I guess. But I mean, other than that, there's really no point to them.
The only other thing I could think of is that it slows you down, so you can't really jump off the side to get like that one ring that's hanging off the side there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
What's that? You're only
But-
40 rings away already.
Am I the only one who found the move? This to be like, I don't want to say delayed, but just sort of.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fairly
sorry.
shit.
Okay, it's not my fault.
It is so your fault.
I really
Done.
hate that fucking delay. We gotta do something about that.
I'll work on it.
You got a super emerald. Wait. Look at how fucking huge they are in this game.
I don't
Chaos
like,
Emeralds are really big.
I don't really like how the Chaos Emeralds look in
And yet, when you transform into Super Sonic, they've shrunk to the size of marbles.
game, but here they just sort of look odd.
Oh, you're just finishing that statement now, Ted.
Oh, you talking about? Are you talking about the cut?
Yeah, I guess
The way
that's
the
sort
gems,
of it.
the way the gems are cut.
Yeah, it looks odd in this game for some reason.
It does. It looks actually really simplistic compared to the emeralds we've been seeing
No,
in the
I think what it
other
is.
games.
I think what it is that the emerald itself is a bit elongated.
It's not
There's
like my
that.
favorite stages in the game.
I like
I
how
have a
the
question about the
stage
emeralds.
looks.
have a question about the emeralds. If we're playing episode 2 of Sonic 4, why don't we have them already?
Bag of spilling.
I will say that this is one of the better looking stages of the game just because it's sort of like the
69
night.
spin attack, go!
Haven't you seen Sonic X whenever? Oh, but you didn't have 69 rings.
Another joke we almost got in our co-op the first time. We wanted it at 68 rings. We were so disappointed.
Aww.
Am I the only one who could really do without
Am I the only one
that
who found the
god
rolling combo kind of
cricket
redundant
sound
when you already have...
I don't really notice it all that much.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lewis. It just sounds like it normally happens after make a joke.
Funny.
Well, there are cricket robots.
So what's Eggman's strategy in this stage? Annoy Sonic to death?
Sure, why not?
He will make
they're
Sonic
not-
so angry that he doesn't perform, like he usually does.
They're not
I
even
don't
good cricket sound effects. They're just ugh. Like 8-bit cricket sound effects in my
Wow, we
16-bit
really
game.
fallen hard, have we? We're complaining about the fucking cricket noises.
No,
They're-
I'm not. Lewis just is, because he's Lewis.
Am I the only one who finds these humming attacks?
you're not the only one.
Forward platforms completely and utterly pointless.
No,
I
like
think
him.
it's
I
a more
just-
unique use
You know what?
of the homing
Why
attack.
does everyone I see play this level knock down those pillars? It's obvious you're supposed to land on them to get to an upper platform, but everyone knocks them down.
Because I like
You like
destroying
Smash?
shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Super sexy, awesome, special 69 attack, go!
Johnny Smash.
You're actually
Super
using the
69
special
attack,
attack
go!
to get through the breakable walls. I can't believe it. Everyone I've watched play this game simply forgets they have it, and
Wait, can
try
you
to
roll the
and try to
spikes
bust
with that
through all
thing?
walls manually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was getting earlier with the impressions, buddy. You're invincible while you're doing the 69 attack.
Nice
you-
save.
Well,
That,
you can
by
call
the
him from
way-
anywhere.
That, by the way, is the reason I love Tails' flight ability in this game. You can call him from anywhere and use him to get you out of all sorts of trouble. I wish you could do that in Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
The floatiness is still kind of weird though, because sometimes he'll tire out really quickly, other times he'll tire out, later.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
I've had my Red Bull today, Sonic. Shut up.
So-
Hey, now here's something that bugs me about Tails' jumping animation that's most noticeable in the special stages. Is that like in the classic games, tails stay out of his spinny jump animation, but you can see
looks
it the best when
really
he's behind him.
weird
It looks like his
from
tails are like in front of his face at some points in the jumping
looks-
animation.
Looks really weird from behind. That's
Yeah.
kind of the reason why Tails was just a yellow ball in the special stages of Sonic 2. Well, that and the fact that they couldn't be arsed to make a new sprite for him.
He's got some magical tails, okay?
How do you
Well,
think
they're
it attacks
obviously
to his body?
they're obviously not physically attached to his body, because if they were, they wouldn't be able to spin like that. They'd sort of twist themselves off in a spray of blood and gore.
I was gonna say, how do you think they're attached to his body in the first place?
Yeah. Doing
I mean,
surprisingly good
not
at these
gonna-
accuracy things.
I'm not
Johnny.
gonna go and question it too much, 'cause I know it's a fucking video game, but
You just
Oh my
barely
god, you
got all
actually
those.
use the boost ability and not in special stage 7?
I just use it to
What?
get it over with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally forgot I had it until special.
stage 7, yeah.
Forgot, I never knew it existed. I didn't get to know until we got to the.
I'm thinking,
Well, we'll
how
see
the
in
fuck
Special
do I
Stage
get through
7,
that
but
loop?
yeah.
Oh wait,
Now I've got this gimmick.
I actually like this power-up.
It's a good idea, it's just hard to maneuver when you're trying to worry about not getting hit.
It's very much a co-op-centric power-up, though, so...
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that for comedic value, when we all commented how the emerald's fucking huge. It's kind of like Sonic would just tip over from the weight of it, like fall straight on his ass from carrying it.
Where's he keeping those things?
Of his
You know
ass
what?
like he usually
I
does.
don't know. I keep forgetting to ask.
Things get bigger and bigger every adventure.
That's what she said.
Okay, so now
Oh god.
Pinch music!
Ugh.
Time I
We're almost
played this
done.
stage, I was thinking to myself, if this is another fucking rehash boss, if this isn't, here's the thing, I was thinking to myself when I first played this game, if this is another rehash boss, I'm going to fucking stab someone. Wait, what are you doing? What? Huh? Oh, it's this cutscene.
I'm back!
Wahaha.
Bye.
Yeah. No, fucking rehash boss, I'm going to kill. Oh god fucking damn it.
No.
Really, Sega? Really? Wait, what?
Hi, Poison Ivy.
A giant
Somebody
monster of
think
doom just came up out of the ground and ate Eggman. Oh, that's the boss. Right.
Yeah, I like to think this wasn't made by Eggman.
45 seconds in, the first hit point. It took 45 seconds.
Somebody's saying that for Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, this boss is really easy because you can just abuse Tails. I know you're supposed to wait till he like lands or something, goes down low enough to hit him, but if you can fly, you're going to abuse the ability to fly.
Actually, after the first 2 hits, he stays in the air.
So you're supposed to. The game expects you to.
Yes, you're supposed to use Tails after the first few hits.
Cause, I mean, like, I always assumed that you were supposed to homing attack up with the vines or anything, but I just didn't care because I like cheesing past the boss.
No, you have to use Tails.
Oh, the one thing about this game that bugs me in the one of the things that bugs me about the level design of this game is that it shoves the Tails combo moves down your throat. Like
I would agree with that.
it's not like Sonic 3 and Knuckles where you most of the time you had the option to completely fucking ignore Tails. But it's
Oh
like
god, what are you doing to myself?
strangling himself. Oh, he's charging up his laser cannon.
Why you hitting yourself?
No,
Mega Man, no, Dr. Eggman used Solar Beam. He has to wait a turn to charge.
Eggman. Right?
There we go.
Autoerotica asphyxiation.
Pro tip, Eggman. Build the laser charging mechanism into the robot itself so you don't have to strangle yourself to use it.
Well, that was pathetically easy.
I was
Eggman,
told
I caught a fish this
power would
big.
help me.
I see what you mean about Tails' looking up animation. That's actually really bad.
Hey, hi, Sonic Advance animation.
Take
Wait,
your
that's
time,
the Sonic
Penguins.
Advance animation?
Yeah.
I will say this: I like how the animals in this game have their own individual movement animations. Like the birds fly, the penguins waddle, the rabbits hop. It's not like everything hops away like it was in Episode 1 in the classics. So, little steps forward. I always appreciate that.